welcome back to the podcast. It's episode 8.
Wow.
Is it now? No, that's a question. Did you hear my intonation? I went, is it now?
It is episode 8.
I actually don't know how many we've done. Because like we said
I do, because I'm professional.
Thank you. I appreciate one of us has got it under control. Because like I said on last episode, we're recording these, is it 2 weeks in advance?
Yeah, we've got a nice little jump at the minute. I feel quite settled about that fact that we don't need to be.
It's nice. I like it as well. And people are really enjoying the podcast. They're really enjoying the show. What they don't know is because at the time of recording this one, only episode 1 and 2 are out and the feedback's really good.
True.
And they don't know how much better it's about to get. Because episode 3, we set on fire.
I can't remember, you know.
I just remember...
Because you watch them. I
haven't watched the third one back.
Have you not yet?
No, I only remember leaving and just remembering how much we were laughing and how much fun it was and how fast and backwards and forwards it was.
I am enjoying this, yeah. We're getting a nice sort of feedback from
Because episode 1 was great, but let's be honest, we were warming up. We'd not done it for a year and a half. That's warm-up set 1.
Now, set 1?
Yeah, that's warm-up set 1. Not even the full warm-up, it's warm-up set number 1.
Bicep curling the vocal
Then we had
cords.
Tom in, warm-up set 2.
Yeah.
And then episode 3, now we're blasting it to failure.
This is going out on Saturday.
Which one, sorry?
Episode 3.
This Saturday, it will be out, yeah. Now that I've got everything set up with the uploading, it's not taking me that long and it will be easy to stay on track.
I'm trying to stick to Mondays, Saturdays.
I can make that work.
Make it work.
I don't know if it's making any difference. Like we could put both on a Saturday. I also don't think that's a bad idea.
If you have a preference, people, we do this for you.
Yeah,
so
leave on
let
comments.
us know.
Although by the time this comes out, we'll have already decided and been doing it. But we can also adjust.
It's true.
I don't think it makes much difference though. If both came out on a Saturday, I wouldn't be mad about it.
I feel like it does, but I have no statistics. It's just my natural thought that it would make a difference. But I don't know the space enough. I don't know the podcasting space. I understand your school of logic of just like, they're both there, they're available, you can smash them both back to back, which is how people often like to consume content, you know, like if you get on a stream of a show or a podcast, you like to listen to more of them. Yeah,
and if somebody wants to leave one until Monday when they're at work or they're driving, just save one then. You know, you don't have to blast them both back to back just because they both came out. Monday's just a busy day for me with all the Macros Inc. style work and everything like that. Monday's a big day for me with clients, so I just wonder about time pressures and consistency. I want to make sure that everything's correct and in order rather than making things too difficult. But I'm actually getting really quite quick at it.
We're getting stuff done. We figured it out this week, haven't we? And it's a very nice hat you're wearing. Do you know the other week when I was saying that you're an elf?
Yes.
So you took your ears into your hat.
I do.
And
I do this always.
This isn't good for your argument. I don't know what little point you're hiding under there.
You do, because I showed you last time. I've actually got
He's an elf.
A singular pointed
He's an elf. Oh, you do. I forgot about that.
I actually have a pointed elf ear. When I was younger, it used to be more pointed. It's kind of like flattened itself out over time.
Your elvish ways are going down. Well, it's a lovely segue because it's a nice hat and it's all about the company that you're currently involved in and working for and seem to enjoy dearly, don't you?
I absolutely love it. I've got a meeting with the big boss, Brad Dieter, tonight.
Oh, God.
At 7 p.m.
The big boss.
Yeah. The biggest of all the bosses.
Crikey.
I've got a few things I want to talk to him about, but the first one is I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you've done and everything that you've created. And you have literally, not only do you change other people's lives through this business that we do, but you've also changed my life by allowing me to work with you and come and do what you're doing and go with you on this health and fitness world domination path that we are on and are succeeding at very effectively. We are going to take over the world.
Mental how quickly it's, I only know through yourself, but how quickly it's risen.
We are the premier health and fitness goal achievement company and client support company in the world, and I don't think that's questionable.
Okay.
Really. I'm not saying we've got the most clients. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of clients, and we get new people all the time. Hundreds, if not more, per month. People are coming to us for help and support and then achieving their goals legitimately. But no one does a better service than us. Maybe you do.
No, well, it's a different ball game.
With your online coaching, it's a different thing slightly. I understand, but there's no one that does better than us. I'm not going to name names. We easily could of other massive health and fitness online coaching programs, but I would love anybody who's listening to challenge. Yep, find out what they do and then come ask what we do, or I'll tell you what we do right now on this podcast, and then you tell me which is better, because it's not even a competition. I know what the other brands are doing, what the other companies are doing, and their service is nothing compared to ours.
And I mean, obviously, you could perceive to be biased now, which I know you're not because you're very logical.
If I was biased, I wouldn't work for them.
But this is the thing, is
I
I know as someone who you are, you're going to seek out and work for the best company, and that's why you've ended up there.
Yes.
Not because of, convenience or anything like that. It's maybe specifically inconvenient because it's across the Atlantic.
Well, I was running my own fat loss program, wasn't I? I was running Slum Society.
Which was also excellent, and this is how you've made this leap, isn't it?
Yeah, I was doing that for 5 years. It was great.
And I can see your philosophy, with how good you'd need a company to be to
stop doing
anxiously abandon something that you knew was so good.
Yes.
And be like, all
that
right.
was my life goal forever. And I still stopped and said, okay, fine, I'll go with you. Because the ethos behind the company, the people at the company, they're in it for legitimately the right reasons. Their goal is to help as many people as possible and change as many lives as possible. And that is my goal.
You can tell that by the training process as well, like the way that it gets to the clients, that's the end product. But I've been very impressed by the screening and then nutritional qualifications you need to have, and then also uptake on knowledge and information you need to be able to teach these clients. It's not just like, do you have a qualification? All right, cool, here's a client, deal with them.
Correct. Absolutely, it's not that.
There's some very legitimate templates, isn't there?
A thorough grilling. I had to pass literally 7 exams.
You said it was semi-intense for you, and you know everything.
Yeah, I knew all the answers to all the questions like nutrition and training, of course. But there was multiple stages of video interviews with the directors and the owners and just the top people at the company. And don't get me wrong, they're very nice, and it wasn't like they weren't trying to catch me out or anything like this. They were just trying to explore who I am and why I'm there and what do I think and what do I believe and what place would I have in the company. It was very friendly and very nice. But still, when you're going to join a business and it's the directors interviewing you, it's thorough. There was multiple choice exams. One exam had 150 questions on. Yeah, I got 148 right.
Are you serious?
I'm deadly serious. And the 2 I got wrong were stupid. I even knew the answers.
Oh, right.
I got 2 wrong about protein intake.
Oh.
How offensive is that? I know. I got some right that I'll be honest, didn't really know the answer to, because it's multiple choice exam. It was enzyme pathways and stuff like that. Do you remember we were talking about last time?
No.
Enzyme pathways is not really my deal.
That I don't understand.
But on a multiple choice, I know enough about enzyme pathways to be able to use deductive reasoning to figure out which one it's more likely to be in probability. And
that's good.
And then got it right.
That means you understand your shit when you can just apply the knowledge to
that's
something
not
you
my
don't
game
know.
though, but I got those ones right, and then when I got the exam back I was like 2 wrong, impossible. Looked at them, 2 easy ones that I knew the answers to. No, just 2. Something about protein definitely, and I thought that is so basic, and I don't know how I got it wrong, because I did the exam in you get an hour or something. I did it in 11 minutes or something ridiculous. I knew all the answers.
Just ding 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 ding.
Yeah, but then I stopped, waited 5 minutes and just stared and just did a calming meditation, then checked it again. I did the exam again, covering my own answers on the screen, and then deciding which answer I want again and checking whether I agreed with my own answer. I did the exam twice basically, and still got those 2 easy ones wrong.
Yes, I agree with me.
Yeah, I agree with me. Thank you. Yes, me.
I agree with me.
I agree with my right answers. Thank you.
I would like to thank me for the award.
Did you ever see that Snoop Dogg interview? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I would like to thank me. And also me for believing in me
and
all
working
the hard work
hard.
that I did
to
help me get to where I am.
You could hit the Kanye West. Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
I've never seen that.
He just drops the mic and walks off.
That's hilarious. I've
Obviously now
never
it's
seen
weird, but this was good, Kanye.
That's really funny.
But how long have you been there now then?
A bit less than a year.
Okay. And obviously you're kind of bridging the gap a little bit, because they haven't had much of a hold on the British Empire yet, have they?
No, they've been a company for around 5 years, it's mostly an American company. Some of the directors are Canadian and stuff like this. There are people from all around the world. Some of the top people in the company now are British and stuff like this. But yeah, it's mostly an American company, mostly American clients. We do have clients all around the world. There is Europe, there is Britain, there's Africa, there's everywhere basically. Australia. There's coaches from all around the world as well, I believe in every continent.
Really?
There's coaches, I believe so. Maybe
Antarctica?
not I was going to say maybe not.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
I thought I was about to say maybe not Antarctica.
You're not a geography teacher.
No, you know. But there are coaches all around the world. There are clients all around the world. But
that's very cool.
It is mostly American clients, yeah.
And you're right, that is a takeover.
No, we are expanding out. People are coming to us just hundreds per month, literally joining the program.
Imagine if you got an astronaut who was a client and then they went to the moon, and then you could have a client on the moon.
What if I had to slim them down so they fit in the suit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've been.
Yeah. I have trained this gentleman and this lady for international space travel. It's very international.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? That would be funny, yeah. So yeah, I had to go through a load of different interviews, case study exams and other exams and all kinds of stuff. And then I've got a team leader who helps me if I have questions.
And so a case study might be, you've got
a case study is, this is a client. Sometimes it was invented clients, sometimes it was real previous clients. This is a client, this is the lady, she is this age, this weight, these statistics. Her goals are this. Over the last 8 weeks, this, and this has happened. What do you recommend? What would you do with this client? I would do this, and this. I would plan like this. I would advise this, and this. We'd start like this. I'd be looking for these outcomes. Just literally, just how would you coach people? Literally. And it was great, to be honest. Firstly, I enjoy that. That's all I've ever done all my life. I didn't really get any corrections on like my case studies or anything like this. I got like no negative feedback, no major corrections or anything like this. Little bits about how the systems work, obviously, because there's ways that they do things. But nothing major. So really, really nice. So yeah, I've got a meeting with the boss.
Is that the gentleman that we may be doing a virtual podcast with?
I haven't asked him, but yes.
Oh.
I haven't asked him yet. I haven't asked anybody yet from Macros Inc. if they're coming on the podcast. Oh, except Stephen Rowe, who lives near Wales.
Stephen Rowe.
We're going to go visit him.
No, okay, that wasn't the virtual one.
No, we're going to go visit this guy.
Okay.
He has already agreed to come on.
Very cool.
He's the only person I've asked so far. Everybody else, they just don't know that they're coming on, but they are.
This is the same gig with the 20 people are on my list as well. Yeah. I'm like, we've got 30 guests coming.
And you would love it, bro. Do you know one of the best things about the company is literally the other people that work there are as good as us, and they care as much as us, and they're trying to be better, and they're positive, and they're trying to learn. And there's over 150 coaches, and a lot are the best in the world in like their own specific areas. So there's people that have like this speciality.
That's an awesome team, isn't it?
It's awesome, bro. I'm so not used to it. Like when I was doing Slum Society, I was trying to take over the world and make everybody slim on my own. You know, because I do weight management.
And you did well for you, kind of thing.
Better than I ever expected.
And you did the best, arguably, of any, like you say, like a helping kind of fat loss company in terms of your percentages of results.
Success rate very high.
Very high. 99 percentile, and maybe 100.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to. 99 percentile, like of what other fat loss programs?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even a question. It's hard to say what success rate is because it depends what you define success as.
Very true.
And it depends. Like, what if somebody joins and then they do absolutely nothing, which does happen sometimes with every fat loss program. They join, they don't even log in, and then they leave after 3 months. Is that a failure on me?
No.
They didn't even log in. You know, I messaged them 14 times to see where they are and what's going on, and they didn't reply.
If you put in your dues, and that's that.
You know, so does that take my percentage success rate down? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no.
No, it's statistically.
So it's difficult to say what the success rate is. I don't. Also, me just being me on my own. I couldn't manage all those statistics.
It's a powerful entity, but it's not powerful enough.
Like, you know, the great and powerful Dan Kavanagh?
Yes.
He used to say to me, like, oh, after a client joins, what's the average length of time that they stay for? And I'd be like, oh, I don't really know. He's like, are you not tracking it? I'm like, no, because I can't. Yeah. Because I'm making all the videos, I'm doing all the podcasts, I'm doing all the editing, I'm doing all the coaching, all the onboarding. I'm helping every single client every single day. I haven't got
That's why the impression of you starts with this, because that's where you always are.
Because when I worked at the gym group, I had in-person clients and I was running the online business at the same time, and I was doing the online stuff in between those clients. That's why I was always on my phone. Kind of thing. Yeah, because I was just working non-stop. Because I had clients online and in person.
And you seem to have a good relationship with it now, which is nice to see.
In what way?
You've been busy these last couple of weeks, I know, because you've taken on some more clients.
Yes.
But you smash it out, and now you've got a bit of time for yourself. I think it's a better feedback system for the company as well, because you're not in charge of the marketing, and you can just put your mind into the clients.
That's the perfect thing for me.
It is. That's the perfect thing for the clients.
Yeah, it's the perfect thing for everybody. That's what I said, because the difficult thing for me with Slum Society was I had to be an online marketer and give out all this information and make all the videos and do all the uploading, give out all the information so that people see it. And then if somebody wants to talk about how the program works, that's me. And then I have to induct them and do all this. And then I'm coaching all the people as well. And I'm doing 2 jobs at once, basically, the whole time. I'm doing all the online marketing and all the coaching. And it was very hard. Now they just allow me to do what I do, and I just coach people. The clients join the company, and there's a full marketing team, there's a tech team, there's an IT team. So, you know, if anything goes wrong with like any of the systems, other people just sort it. You know, all the client accounts, that's nothing to do with me.
Which is big stuff, innit?
The memberships, it's nothing to do with me. Literally, there's a support team, there's a client experience department. There's problems that are not specifically to do with health and fitness or me and my clients and their goals directly. It's not sorted by me. And
Which makes sense, isn't it?
It just allows me to just do what I do to 100%
Exactly,
of my
it's good
abilities.
delegation of roles. Like, you're not a tech engineer.
No, exactly. It's perfect. So they don't even want me to do those kind of things.
No.
They just say, no, just contact the tech team.
Yeah.
They'll sort it. If this happens, contact the support team. They'll sort it.
That's good.
Really, really nice.
That's good infrastructure.
Really nice, yeah. So now, yeah, I coach for them. I do nutrition, health, fitness, muscle building, strength building, just normal things and my goals. We have an online Excel spreadsheet where each coach writes in what type of clients they want to be allocated and what their specialities are.
That's cool.
So I've put down general population fat loss, also hormone disorders, PCOS, thyroid,
So even
diabetes.
further kind of just pandering to people's, what would you call it, specialities or whatever.
Panda's not the right word, but yeah. Okay. Playing into people's strengths would be more like it. There's like an endurance team. Like
really?
There's a powerlifting team. Like if you sign up and you want to achieve powerlifting goals, you won't get allocated to me. If you've got weight loss goals or you want to get shredded or you want to get stronger or toned, then you'll get allocated to me.
Okay.
Or if you've got hormone abnormalities or issues, then you'll get allocated to me. But if you've got powerlifting goals, that won't be my client.
Because you love it, don't you? You love a consultation about these things.
What about what specifically?
Well, the kind of, I mean, I guess with anyone, but the kind of clients that you like having.
Yeah, of course, that's my whole game. I do it on purpose. Yeah, consultation's my number one favorite thing of my whole job. My team leader messaged me yesterday saying, "Oh, you've taken on quite a few clients lately. You must have done a lot of consultations because we do a video consultation with every single client. So and my video consultations take 1 to 2 hours.
Really?
Every single time, never less than 1 hour.
But that kind of makes sense.
Sometimes 2 hours.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because I'm not in a rush, and I ask them, "Are you in a rush? Like, do you have any time to finish this call by?" Because if they say, "Yeah, I've got to go in 50 minutes," all right, we'll do it in 50. I will get through everything. But if not, then I'd like to spend 10, 15 minutes just getting to know you. Just hello, welcome, nice to meet you. I'm Connor. I've been allocated as your coach. Like, they fill in an intake form, and this has got some information. It tells me whether they've got children, where they live. Sometimes people put what their job is. Chat about these things, get to know them, what's going on in their life, and then we've got to talk about, okay, where are you now then? Like, what's been going on? What's going on right now with your nutrition? What's going on with your training, if any? What are your goals we need to talk about? What are you trying to achieve? And then we need to make a plan to achieve these goals together. Yeah. And that's the good thing about Macros Inc. There's no micromanaging. There's no specific program. It's not like, this is the Macros Inc. program. Here is part number 1, you must teach the client this, and then on week 2 we do this with every single client. It's absolutely not like that. It's me on the consultation call assessing what the client's goals and needs. Yeah, assessing what the client's goals and needs are, and then deciding with the client as a team, okay, then what are we going to do about this? How are we going to achieve these goals? I think this. What do you think? Oh, you think this. Okay, then we'll come to some sort of agreement.
So it's a similar kind of approach to the PT that you used
normal.
to do.
It's just exactly what it should be.
Personal.
Yes. It's one-on-one coaching, literally. And just like as if a client came to you, you'd ask them what their goals are, and then you would decide with them in the consultation. Yeah. Okay, we could do this, or this. What do you think? Okay, and then you come to an agreement together, don't you?
And then you've got that constant feedback of and just an open door policy. Yep. Like, talk to me, tell me what needs changing.
Yeah, some clients message me every day.
Is this working for you? Because you have is it a weekly check-in?
Weekly check-ins, yeah.
Form? What's that?
Yeah, it's a questionnaire form.
Okay.
So the clients fill in a questionnaire form which asks them basic questions about health and well-being. It's basically like a how are you questionnaire. Because if they do any sort of food diary logging or stat logging, like if they do measurements or progress pictures or body weight checking or food diary or calorie counting or macro counting or step counting or whatever they do, all that information feeds to my laptop automatically non-stop from the clients. So I can go onto their accounts and see, okay, they've been eating this, their body weight's doing this, they've been eating these type of foods if they're doing a food diary, and I'm thinking, okay, so I have weight loss clients, I'm looking, okay, what food, they've been eating these foods, it's come out to these macro calorie numbers, it's doing this to their body weight, okay, and then I make recommendations going forward from there.
Yeah.
But from those stats, what I don't understand is their health and well-being. And that's the number one most important thing, because they've come up.
Well, that's why they're doing it.
That's why they're doing it, to be healthier and happier.
No.
Okay, they've come for weight loss, but not really. They don't want to lose weight. They just want the weight lost.
To be at the end of it.
Yeah, they just want it done.
Yeah.
The actual weight loss process is just...
If it wouldn't get you there, you wouldn't do it.
Exactly. It's about the result. The weight loss process is just an annoying thing that we have to do in between who they are and where they want to be and who they want to be.
So obviously you're not a therapist or a psychologist or anything like that. And so how much does it become your responsibility, or how much do you personally take on that kind of like, that managing of all those kind of things that go into
People's
it.
psychological well-being.
Yeah, and their relationship with it, and the kind of the amount of their mental energy that they set aside to this kind of stuff. Because obviously it's a means to their end, and and it's a one that requires effort and hard work, so they need to do it. But do you know what I mean?
Me, all of it.
Really?
All of it.
Wow.
I specifically put down that if people have got emotional eating issues, I want that client. That's what it says on my Excel spreadsheet. The more upset you are about it, the more you should come talk to me, because I'm going to make you feel good about it. I'll big you up. Watch me. I'll tell you how you're not doing as bad as you think you are, and I'll tell you what we're going to do to make it even better. So I want all of it. I offer my clients frequently, multiple times per week to different people, not the same person every time. Multiple times a week, I offer my clients if they want an extra video call or phone call with me to talk about things that are not even to do with fat loss, fitness or food. Sometimes just, they'll check in with me on the questionnaire and they'll say, I'm having mental health issues at the minute and I'm feeling kind of like down. And I will put, do you want to talk about it? And I will also put the caveat of, I am not a therapist. I don't have mental health advice. I'm not going to offer you advice, but I have friendship and I have ears.
I was even going to say ears.
Yeah. I have ears, I have friendship, and I have care for you.
Virtual shoulder to cry on.
If you want to talk to someone impartial who's not like within your family and friends, about the stuff that's going on. Do I have advice? No. I'm not a mental health professional. I advise you do go see a mental health professional if I think that's the case. But I'll listen and I'll talk and I'm positive, and I can talk to them as if they were a friend, because we are friends in my opinion. I love all my clients. I know who I know who they are. I know what their children's names are. I know what they're doing. I know what they're trying to achieve. I know where they want to be. All these things. It's personal relationship.
That's good.
So I love this.
And that doesn't affect you?
No, I love it. No, so positively. So much fulfillment. I love it. I want to help people, literally. And the more they need help, the more I want them to talk to me about it. And we can talk about it forever. Like one of my clients literally messaged me saying she was... I can't remember how she worded it, so I'm trying not to get this wrong. But she said that she'd been kind of like contemplating death. And I don't mean suicide, because not like that.
No,
like she'd just been thinking about mortality, would be a better way to put it. So I had a full conversation with her about, like, I have a tattoo that says memento mori, which means remember death. It's about mortality contemplation. So literally, we had a full conversation. It's nothing to do with health and fitness, and she wasn't having mental health issues. I'm not saying it was that. She's just been thinking about life, and I think, good. I'll think about this with you. And this helps people. It does, and it helps me build a relationship. I like that in my life, and it helps me build a relationship with the client. So we know more about each other. They see that I'm a real person as well, with real thoughts and feelings, and I do actually care. And then this does help us, because if the relationship's better, then we can move forward better as a team on the things that we can actually take practical action on, like the health and fitness and like the weight loss and stuff like this. So personally, I love that. I'm all about it. That's what I've always been about. I was the same with my Slum Society clients. That's why I had group meetings and stuff. I want people to come. I want them to talk to me, especially if they don't feel good. Give all of it to me.
You should be going to birthdays and things, don't you, of old Slim Society clients?
Yeah, we had Christmas parties and stuff like this, and I still go meet clients. I went to an old Slim Society client's birthday late last week,
right?
Literally, because these people are important in my life, and I'm important in their life, literally, and we've spent a lot of time together. They know who I am legitimately. I know who they are legitimately.
Sometimes it gets bizarre, doesn't it, how much time you might spend with a client, or like they with you. Like, I often compare it to like them and their partner, say. You might spend more time a week with like your PT, face to face, actually just talking, no phones, not just chilling, watching, that kind of thing, than you actually just do talking to like your partner or something.
I hope they don't, because
I hope they don't.
I hope they don't, but that can happen.
But if you've got like a client like 3 times a week or something, yeah, that can get that's like
and you've had them a year or two, you've
spoken
you get
to
real
them close
for hundreds of hours.
Yeah,
sometimes I've spoken to some of my clients for hundreds.
And obviously, there's infinitely things that you can talk about and teach that are to do with this, but eventually it gets to the point where they kind of understand the gig and they appreciate the help and whatnot, but it becomes more casual.
Yeah, it's more about accountability. It's more about support. This is what happens at Macros Inc. as well. People come, they achieve their goals, they lose weight. Of course they do. They achieve their goals, they get fitter, and then what? They don't always leave. Sometimes they stay. Do they need to learn anything? No. But do they want accountability, support, teammates, tutors, mentors, more goals to move on further and have people to look up to and move forward with? Yes, they do.
So are there any policies or things in place to gently push the boat off if people are leaving, kind of thing, to be like,
what do you mean?
Here are some tools to make sure that you don't regress. What are these?
It's independent to each client and each coach, depending on what that person is. But yes, I will endeavour to set up every single one of my clients for future success. When their program, I get notifications when people's programs are ending soon, like 1 month, 2 weeks, 1 week. This client's program is coming to an end. kind of thing. If they're on, they can go onto they can be on a monthly thing where they can just stay as long as they want until they don't want, or they could be in like a 6-month or a 12-month program kind of thing. There's stuff like this. If a program's coming to the end, I will literally message them saying, hey, your program's coming to the end, what are we thinking?
Are you meaning, sorry, program like training program? Or is it
I mean their actual whole Macros Inc. membership. They can do like a 6-month or a 12-month membership.
Oh, I see.
Like their Macros Inc. membership is coming to an end. I will literally message them asking, what are we doing? Do you want to stay on to monthly? Because either maybe they've not achieved their goals fully. Do you want to keep moving? Or maybe you have achieved your goals.
They just want to stay on.
Do you want new goals? Yeah. Do you just want to stay on for accountability and support? If they say, no, I'm done when it gets to the end of the program, I'll message them again saying, okay, what can I do? What can we talk about? We've got 2 weeks left. You need to ask me all the questions you can possibly ask. I need to set you up as much as possible for future success and continued success with your health and happiness. So what can we do? Basically, by the time it gets to that point, they're ready anyway. They learned it all in the first 2 months.
That's really cool.
So nothing happens really. Nobody's really ever come back to me and said, oh, I'm so scared and worried about what I'll do after. They know what to do.
It's a lovely thing when you end up seeing an old client kind of thing and they've not changed a thing, they just understand it. Because it's the difference between just like listening to your coach and being like, oh, okay, I'll do that and try it out and let's see if he's trying shit, see if he's right. And then they understand it and they actually can just be on top of it themselves a little bit. You get a much better feedback. Yeah. You can kind of condense all of your conversations into like, how's this going? Oh yeah, I'm doing this, that and the other. And it gets good.
It's autonomous understanding and control from the client, of course, and that is part of it because we need people to be healthy and happy forever, and people do need support, of course they do, but they also need to have control over it themselves. So if you don't give a client that, you haven't coached them well. You haven't taught them, you've told them. It's not the same thing.
True, and we see that all too much in this industry a bit, I think.
Yeah, it's poor coaching. Yeah, some coaches even say this to me sometimes. They say that they don't want to teach the clients too much in case they leave.
I know, which is the worst policy.
Stop it.
Do you know what that means? You don't know enough.
And it's also anxiety from the personal trainer that if one client leaves, they won't get another. Why do you think that? Probably because you're not good enough.
Yeah, not good enough.
Otherwise, that wouldn't be the case, would it? What really happens if you teach the client everything and they leave, do you know what happens? They're slim, healthy, and happy and fit forever. And do you know what they'll say? So people will see them glowing and say, you look good. Or you seem happy. What's happened here? And they'll say, oh, well, you should go to this company or you should go to this guy, WH Body Architect on Insta.
Oh, thank you for the plug.
He sorted me out.
Yeah.
And then you have a small army of people going around being healthy and happy forever.
It's a weirdly narrow,
spreading the word.
I understand it, but it's a weirdly narrow point of thinking, isn't it? Because it makes complete logical sense that the best business policy is to have the most transparent kind of relationship with your clients and to give away as much as you can for free. That makes more sense than the other option of being like, no, hold it all back, charge for everything, all these kind of things. Makes much more sense to follow that business policy, just from a business point of view, let alone like morality and things like this. But
the only way is to do a good job. That's the thing. My original mentor, Chris Burgess, told me help the client, support the client, achieve the client's goals. And I used to ask him questions. Yeah, Chris, what should I do about this and this? And just help the people as good as you can. Yeah, but Chris, what about this? No, you just need to just help people just as much as you can. Whatever you can do for them, just help them achieve their goals and support them to the best of your ability. Should I do this? Or just do your best and help people.
Getting into a much broader thinking and just being a good person, isn't it? Good karma.
It's a service at the end of the day. If you provide a service, you need to do a good service.
If you can have your morals aligned first, and then it also is in a health industry, and then it also provides wealth as well, you're doing fine.
On the Macros Inc. training, the number one most important thing is there's some training, and we have group sort of business meetings, like team meetings, about morals and ethics and who we are and what we're doing. And point number one every single time is be a good person and be a good example to the client.
That's awesome that on such a big company
that's number one.
Because how much do you see that?
Not often. Point number one is be good people. Yeah. Help people, be good people, be a good person yourself, love your family, love each other, be nice to everyone, and be a good example to the client. That's point number one.
So easily glossed over. People hear it and they're like, yeah, of course, that makes sense. But again, it's understanding everything about it, like why it's correct, just without any like business involved or anything like that. But then it's even just the best policy for getting clients, retaining clients,
do a better job.
Do a better job.
Yeah. And then people will either stay or if you exceed expectations, people will either stay or they'll come back or they'll tell their friends, and things will expand. And this is why it's taken over the world, because we are the best, literally. There isn't really valid competition. I know who the companies are that are massive in the world, who you could say, oh, they've got thousands and thousands of clients. Yeah, but do they? I mean, they do, but they're not doing a job like
turnover kind of thing is what that word.
No, I just mean the service is just nothing.
Yeah, and so sorry, yeah, they drop off.
The service is just nothing compared to ours. There's no one doing individual, unique, one-on-one coaching to 100% a world-class degree on such a level that we are on such a consistent basis as well.
Yeah. And so do you have plans within the company? I know you don't have full autonomy on that.
Yes.
But what are these?
The plan is, number one, I love it and I'm fully on board. And I'm never going anywhere. I'm never changing. I am a soldier in the war, literally, and I'm staying. And I will play my part or role to whatever ability I can and be the best cog in the wheel that I can in the entire machine to help everybody, including the company, achieve our whole company goal. And literally, again, we have team meetings about what is the company goal and who's doing what. The company goal is change as many lives as possible in the best and most positive ways possible. That is the number one written goal of the company, is help as many people as possible. And that's my goal as well. So I'll do that as much as I can.
I'd be interested to know more about its founding fathers and how they came to it.
Yeah, it's the guy. Just to answer your previous question, though, I'm doing bits with the marketing team, and I like content making, and they like my content, and want me to make more content, and I want to make more content.
Have some content, people. Here it is.
So I'm doing that basically. I have clients. I'm a coach at the company, but also I'm doing bits of content making, and would like to keep doing more of that and moving more further into that and do as much as I can in that area. That's my goal. One guy's Brad Dieter. He's a PhD. He's Dr. Brad Dieter. That's the guy that I'm meeting tonight. PhD researcher. Sorry?
Researching specifically?
Biochemistry, he's biostatistician, stuff like this as well.
Legit.
Very. He's also given me, one of the things I want to thank him for as well, is given me another person positive to look up to in my life. I found out he's only 35 years old.
Oh.
That's 5 years older than me. My heart sank. I thought, I'm doing so bad in life compared to you.
No.
I'm just so not intelligent compared to this guy.
Comparison is the thief of joy, innit, Connor? You can't be doing these things.
I love that quote, comparison is the thief of joy, because I don't always agree, you know. Because I have loved many things twice. Like, do you know, if you give me two things that I love and you say compare them, I'll be like, both of these are great.
No, I don't understand this.
Do you not?
Oh, no, I do actually, but it's only when it's talking about the self, isn't it, that it's the thief of joy. You can't steal joy from loving two things that doesn't make sense.
I don't know, the quote's just comparison is the thief of joy, but show me two things I love and I'll tell you why they're both great. Yeah,
but that's because neither of them are you.
Yes, so it's applied specifically to the self, is it?
Yeah, so if you compare yourself to something else. I feel weak as a kitten.
I understand
how. To me 5 years
I think
ago.
the quote should be comparison can be the thief of joy. Maybe in brackets, if you're not careful. It's a bit longer, but it's more technically accurate. Because we compare ourselves to each other.
Yeah.
Do we ever get upset about it?
Yeah. Did that not go the way you wanted it to? No. I'm joking. No.
We jab each other about calves and about arms and about delts and about who's leanest and about who's strongest and this, that, and the other thing, and it's comparing and who's better. And we were talking about nutrition versus training,
Yeah.
And is it negative? It's not.
No,
it's not. It's only negative if you think it's negative or if you start.
There's always like a pang of I do wish I had delts, but.
And I do wish I had above 15-inch arms.
It'd be nice.
It's just.
I did actually measure mine the other day, and they were 15. Well, the right one was 15 and a half.
Good.
Which is a big boy.
Only the right one.
We didn't get to the left.
We just leave that one.
I didn't have enough time. Didn't want to bring the net average down.
Oh, that's nice. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Biased.
Yeah, entirely.
Yeah.
If I'm demonstrating a one-armed exercise, it happens on the right-hand side, so it just makes sense.
And for me, to keep going with this, to me, comparing myself to Brad Dieter, obviously I'm half joking, but also I am not intelligent compared to this man. But that doesn't upset me. On the podcast now, I'm saying, oh yeah, I'm so not intelligent compared to this guy. No, really, I'm thinking, shit, this guy's smart. I need to level up and follow this guy around and learn more about what he knows and be more like this guy in this area.
All true. It's good to have people that you know are measurably better at you and at their whatever that is, so that you can progress. But it's also nice to know that you had no real education formally or anything like that. Everything you've acquired has just come from your own interest and want to help others, hasn't it? And
depends what you mean. I have high level like nutrition qualifications.
yes, exactly, and that's probably
qualifications,
the exception. But everything else has kind of just come out of your own want to do it.
Yeah, and my own desire to be better.
Yeah.
And to try and be a good person and to try and do good things.
Yeah.
So so I understand comparison can be the thief of joy, but for me it's not. Or often it's not. I can see how it would go that way, but I guess it depends how you apply it, what your perspective is, maybe what your self-esteem is like if you're applying it to yourself.
Yeah.
I have what historian Will Durant calls a shameless worship of heroes.
Good, that's nice.
Yeah, I look to the people, whether they're not even necessarily mythical heroes, but real people who are the best at the world in the things that they do, whether it's being the best person or the best friend or the best husband.
Well, it's an excellent place to start for your own, for building your own kind of whatever it is, be it your brain, your athleticism, so bettering yourself. It's a great place to start because it's very easy to get bogged down in the kind of like, oh, well, he's this, that, and the other, blah, 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 and whatever. Like, he's just a rich guy. Yeah, but he didn't used to be a rich guy. No, but
this is negative mindset. This is also a limited mindset. Really, it's rising tide raises all ships.
Every time.
Yeah, really, it's... Success is not a limited pot. Somebody else's success. Like Brad being ridiculously intelligent like he is. Listen, this guy's so ridiculously intelligent. He's so well spoken. He's so good looking. He looks good in glasses. I had to get laser eye surgery because I don't.
Okay. He's got
a nice wife, 2 dogs, and a house which looks like it costs multi-millions of pounds, and it's next to a lake in the mountains.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
I'm like, bro, this guy's got everything.
Yeah, I want a lake in a mountain.
But do you know what I think to that? I think this is my guy.
Yeah.
This is my guy. If you have everything, good.
Yeah, because it's very easy to just go surface level. Oh, screw this guy. That's me. No. But no, if I want this, who am I gonna look at to try and get like this?
He deserves it.
Yeah, exactly.
He deserves all of it because none of it's an accident. It's all his fault.
None of it was born.
No, it wasn't given to him. No. He's made these things, including the company and including the relationship. And I think he even made that house, not with his own hands, but had it built, sort of thing.
You posted something on Instagram the other day that I've always been a big fan of, which is that if you believe you're going to succeed or you believe you're going to fail, you're probably right.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Yeah,
that's whatever you believe. Yeah, wherever your brain is. That's probably what's going to happen.
I think I wrote, if you can, or if you think you can, or you think you can't, then you're probably right.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
I try and start each day with a little thought like that.
It's very cute of you. Where do you find them? Do you just Google? What do you do?
No, not Google. Sometimes it's legitimate thoughts that I have, like that one. That's just a thought that I was having. My brain's very fast in the morning. Like I wake up about 5 a.m. every day naturally. And my brain is very fast. I have many, many thoughts about many things very quickly.
I'm wondering if, assuming that this podcast perhaps has a few more American viewers than it ever has in the last 6 episodes, if they think that we talk too fast, because that was a feedback from my girlfriend Roxy. And on listening back to us is the only time I ever realise how quickly we talk.
I'm trying to be faster. I like it.
I like it. And I like it. Catch up, people.
When we talk as well, especially I noticed it when I listened back to the first episode when I was doing a bit of editing.
Yeah.
The amount of time between me saying something and you, or you and me, is milliseconds.
Yeah.
At one point, you even finish my sentence on the first episode. I say it's like, and you go ethereal.
Like
that. Like, yes.
It's because we share. Half of my brain is definitely in yours, and I think vice versa.
We've been best friends for how long? Literally, and we spent. One of the reasons we started this podcast is because it was like this, me and you.
Yeah.
Just anywhere. Yeah. We're just like bang, bang, bang,
Every
bang,
time
bang.
we've started doing content, it's because one of us has gone, we should film this, bro.
Yeah.
This is funny. This is good shit.
So I don't like it. My brain works fast anyway, and I know yours does. And we are equally one of the only people that can keep up with the other person.
I say this about you. When I get to you, I feel like I've jumped down the street and jumped into the other half of my brain, and I'm like, oh cool, I can speak at my rhythm. I can, I'm like, this works. This you can keep up.
We've always been like that, though, haven't we?
Sounds like a dick move, but it's just. It's
no, nice. We've always been like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Fast and just backwards and forwards.
It's nice.
So yeah, you asked about the starters of the company, to go back slightly. One guy's this guy, Brad Dieter. He's basically ultimate nutrition and training science nerd. He's read every single study ever, written his own studies, he's written books, he's written qualifications.
That's very cool.
Everything, bro. Everything you can do, this guy, essentially. There's a guy, Jay Wythe. He's like he does more like of the business background stuff, and he's an excellent guy. He's just an excellent guy. because I've been on video calls with him and talked about things and seen him teaching things, and he's just in it for the right reasons, and he's just a good guy. And he's exactly,
same as everyone else.
He's exactly where he deserves to be. Yeah. And then there's other directors of the company, and obviously I wasn't there at the start, so I'm not exactly sure. I think there was 5 people started the company. There was a couple of coaches.
Really together, that's cool.
Yeah, there's a couple of coaches, and they had a few clients, and then they got a few more clients, and then started to. Oh yeah, we're blurry on here. There
Hello,
we go.
people.
Hello, welcome back.
Sorry. Oh no.
Oh, it's done it again. If
Camera
you're
doesn't-
only listening, the camera's going out of focus for some reason. That should be fine now. There we go.
Okay, we look nice. We look great.
Yeah, so they started the company together and just expanded, just collecting clients, then have to get another coach on because there's too many clients, and then expand more.
And then it snowballs, doesn't it, from there?
And it has
Then
been,
it's just
yeah.
a case of keeping them morals aligned. It's so easy to dilute your infrastructure and your morals and all the philosophies that you've built it on as you start getting more and more people, but you just need to vet them.
Yeah, I like how, they do, definitely. That's why it's a thorough grilling process. And I also like how they move people through the company as well. A lot of coaches we've got, including my
Gives you a
team
bit of a
leader.
ladder.
Yeah, a lot of coaches, including my team leader, started as clients.
Oh, really? Cool.
She was a client right at the beginning. Then she got qualified. Then she became a coach. Now she's my team leader.
And it's just, again, it's a rising tide, isn't it? Because that's just so much better for retention, for actual success of clients, success of the business.
Yeah.
All of the things that could be good.
Yeah.
You're getting better for that.
Because I think they hire
Little
based
army.
on personality quite a lot, because you can bring people up to date with nutrition, and obviously they hire good coaches, so you have to have good qualifications, like you said. So nobody comes into the
No, you need to
company.
know
Nobody comes into the company without knowledge.
But you
That's
need to
not
be
a
able to
real thing.
convey shit as well.
But there's levels to knowledge, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's definitely more about personality and care and reasoning and ethos and ethics and morals and goals and who you are. That's like behind a lot of the Macros Inc. coaches, and you can tell because they're all just such good people. I've made such good friends already with other coaches that are all the way around the world.
And it's nice that these founding members still have a handle on the wheel, kind of thing.
Definitely.
Not delegated particularly to like, because that's when it happens, isn't it? I mean, you see gyms, you see restaurants, you see whatever changing managerial kind of, or changing owners or something, and then it just goes down. The owner moves and passes it on to someone else, and it goes down.
No, there's nothing like this happening at Macros Inc. and there's no ideas that this is going to happen as well. I can tell because they're very open about the long-term business plans and their long-term. So they're not going anywhere.
Good job,
is.
Macros Inc.
No one's planning to go anywhere at all. We're just planning to just expand, work together as a team.
Macros Incorporated.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, macros meaning like macronutrients,
I
like
understand.
protein, carbs, and fats. Yeah, which gives people a confusion because a lot of clients join the company thinking we only do macros. They expect me, like there's such a thing as a macro coach. Have you heard of this?
I mean, it's more probably my gig if I were to do to pair it with my strength coaching online.
No,
Like macros only coaching.
Yeah, no, I disagree. This is not you.
Okay, go on.
You're much better than this.
I
There's a thing online called a macros coach,
Right.
which with nothing to do with Macros Inc. Just you can be a macros coach. It's not even a qualification.
That's the shortest conversation in the world, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really low-level service where a really poor quality personal trainer will give a client, like say, eat this many protein, this many carbs, this many fats, go. And that's it, basically.
So calories aren't even in there.
Well, you could do calories, because the calories are. But I'm just simplifying.
I understand.
Basically, they just give people numbers and just say go, and just why aren't you doing it? Just do it. Just why aren't you doing it though? Why don't you just do it though?
Different services.
That's not what you do. That's not what we
No,
do.
you're right.
Most of our clients don't even have full macro targets. Like I have maybe one client that's got a carb, protein, and a fat goal.
Which is intense.
Or two.
Which is intense.
It's a lot to deal with in one go to do all those
I
three
think
things
one
at
of
once.
those things outside of dietary requirements is a good idea, and it's often the protein one.
You're right, yeah, because you need minimum fats for health. You could do with minimum carbs for health. Technically, you don't need it. like
After
keto,
that, it's like monitor fiber and general vitamin type.
food quality comes in. That's
Quality.
exactly, yeah.
But that doesn't have to be. That doesn't necessarily push the boundaries of calories, because those things are often lower in calories anyway.
Exactly,
which is
so they all
handy.
play in together.
And then after that, if you start telling someone to like have this many grams fats and proteins, i.e. all of your calories have to be divided perfectly between these 3 categories, like that's very intense for how you have to.
Yeah, you end up
monitor
playing this
things
game of
and-
food Tetris, where every single food you eat's got different. You've got 4 variables to work with. Firstly, you've got calories, carbs, proteins, fats, and every single food that you eat's got these 4 different variables. And now you're trying to Tetris every single food you eat every single day into these 4 specific numbers. For what reason would be my question.
And you've had people become coaches, and obviously they care about what's going on, but for the most part, everyone just wants it as a means to an end, like we said. So the job becomes making it as viable and as easily
sustainable,
accessible
simple,
into their life. To just be
applicable
like,
to their life.
all right, listen, this is the deal. You do need to know these things. It's like, I mean, I'll have people come to me and be like, I don't want to count calories. I'm like, all right, we don't have to, but you do need to understand what's going on. Correct. Calories is the most simple metric to measure the energy in food, and that's why we use it. I would recommend getting a education about it, but if you don't want to do that and you're just going to actually know exactly what you're eating in terms of words, not numbers, let's say, because the numbers game might upset you, cool. But either way, we're falling back on that principle. You need to know what's going on.
I completely agree, bro, and this is what I do as well. This is what we do at Macros Inc. Not all our clients count calories. Not all of them have any number targets like this. Not everybody step counts. Not everybody does a food diary. Not everybody calorie counts. Not everybody does macros or anything like this. It's different goals for different people. Like I do weight loss and weight management and toning and strength. So none of my clients have like fats and carb goals really. I've got one lady running a marathon.
Oh really? That's cool.
Yeah, because she lost all the weight she wanted to lose and then said, I want to run a marathon. I'm wondering whether I should switch to the endurance team, but I'd like to stay with you if you'll do it. And I have sports qualifications for sports nutrition, sports training. I can coach for a marathon. I know how to program marathon training. I know how to do nutrition for marathon training, like to do with hydration and salts and electrolytes and carb loading and all this kind of stuff. I know all this. I don't often do it, so I said to her, I said, it's not my speciality.
Who's doing cardio?
But I'll do this with you. I'd like to, and she's doing the London Marathon in about
4
weeks. Can't remember.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Do you know, it might be weird if you knew exactly where they were geographically, but do you know how close the closest client geographically to you have is? Just out of interest.
Yeah, not far. I've got.
Be weird if there was one down the road.
Not. Yeah, there is.
That you'd got through an American company.
Kind of, but she joined Macros Inc. because she wanted to be my client.
Oh, I see.
But shout out to Anne-Marie Thomas-Kent. She's a psychologist at Sheffield University.
Very cool.
She wanted to be my client, so yeah, there is.
I bet that's an interesting client to have.
She was on my Slum Society program previous as well, so I'm good friends with her. She's a great person.
Look at you bringing business to the company.
Good. People can come work with me. I have a specific referral code. If you put it into the website, it assigns you as my client specifically.
That's nice.
People can do this. If you want the referral code, just message me. If you want to work with me, you literally can.
And Connor Rhodes
yeah,
program.
some people do, literally. Some people see my podcasts or my content from Macros Inc., like Americans, and they think, I like this guy and the way that he talks. I'd like to work with him.
I quite like you in the way you talk.
Oh, thank you.
I would choose you too.
Oh, thank you. And me being a British coach, I do have a higher proportion of British clients because they do allocate clients like that based on time zones. So I do have more British clients than the other American coaches and stuff like that. So I have got clients all around this country and Scotland, not Wales, I don't think. Definitely Ireland.
People in Wales don't.
Northern and Southern Ireland.
Okay.
Ireland and Northern Ireland. So yeah, all around.
Very cool.
All around.
Very cool, isn't it?
What else then do you think? What else?
I don't know, dude. I just wanted to hear about the company a little bit.
Thanks for asking. I wanted to talk about it because I love it. It's really great. We're a great company. We're going far. We're not going anywhere.
No, I'm excited about where you are going though as well.
We offer the best service possible.
Yeah.
A little bit more about the service. There's the weekly questionnaire check-in. Then I also check in with my clients once or twice a week extra on top of this. So it's not once a week and then just ignore them until next week. I check in with my clients 2 to 3 times per week. One is the questionnaire. Then I private message them. They private message me. They get infinite access to message me as much as they want. Some people message me every day.
Yeah.
I like it. I want them to message me every day if they want to. Mm-hmm. Some people send me food and well-being updates every day. Good. It works out the same, because people who don't check in with me daily, they say they only do the questionnaire. They write more on the questionnaire because they've got a week's worth of updates.
Yeah.
The people who message me all the time, they don't write much on the questionnaire because it's just another daily update. Yeah. It's fine. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's literally fine.
It keeps it in your brain as well if you're just thinking about it. Once a week is decent frequency to be on top of something and learn something and be aware about it. But it's still slightly enough time to kind of switch off to the idea of it.
That's why I check in with my clients twice a week. We do the questionnaire check-ins on like Monday, Tuesdays. We do goal assessment and adjustment. I go through all their stats of everything and their well-being questionnaire to see how they are and what's been going on, and then make recommendations at the beginning of the week for what we're going to do this week going forward. Then I like to check in with people like Thursday, Friday, because it's been a couple of days by then. Some people are thinking, oh, it's Friday.
I'll have a cheeky little this and that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So some people start to fall off, or some people start to wane
some
a little
poor
bit.
Guy's just going through Uber Eats and then he gets a message at the top of his screen.
Ding.
Connor Rhodes says, "What's up, bro?
Yeah.
What you thinking?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Hungry?
Well, you're entering your card details in online. Ding. Yeah, some people struggle at weekends or they have plans, etc. So I like to check in with people more than once. And then people can phone call me if they want. They can have video calls and stuff like this. We have educational materials. We have Facebook groups with all the clients in, so you can learn from each other. And there's communities, and you can learn from the other coaches. And then
it is basically exactly the same as your old Slim Society, but bigger.
That's it. Yeah.
Huge.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Which stands as a testimony to just the right way to go about it, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree. The service is good, the support's good, people like it. People like me in my coaching, which is nice as well, because the clients also get evaluation feedback forms. I think it's 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months, something like that, or
and
2
they can
weeks.
say how much they've enjoyed working with you.
Yeah, how do you feel about your coach? How do you feel about the service? How do you feel about your results? This kind of stuff on a scale of 1 to 10, and then based on that, things will happen. Like if they say they're not happy with the service or with me or with the results, I will get that feedback, and then I'll contact them or somebody else will contact them. They can switch to a different coach if they want, if they're not happy. None of my clients have ever been unhappy with me and never switched to another coach so far, which is nice. And my feedback forms that people put in are very good. Yeah. People always say really nice things, which is nice. My team leader feeds these back to me. Mm-hmm. We do see these, which is really good. So it's really good, nice, positive feedback. And I'm enjoying it. So they're very respectful to me as well. Very respectful. They respect who I am, what I do, what I know, what I believe, what I teach. Like I said, no micromanaging.
Well, that's part of the that's part of that kind of chain of command of just being like, right, look, I've hired you for a reason, right? So do the reason, and then I'll leave you alone.
That's exactly what it went in the interview, because when I got through all the interviews and I had a final call with someone just to go over any questions that I had or anything that I didn't understand, just like a final checkup before you start kind of call. I said, I have a question. Like, what do we teach the clients? Because you haven't given me, you haven't given me the program, and they said, no. This might not be at the end actually. I might be conflating memories slightly. At some point in the interview process, I did say, but what are we teaching the clients? And they said to me literally, no, we've hired you because we know you and we trust you and we want you. So your job is to, like I said earlier, assess the client's needs, assess the client's goals, and make the plan.
That is nice, because putting people into a box, even if it's the right box, people have ways and that they go about wanting to talk to people and train people and convey the knowledge they know, and it's just to say that it's in a different hat and coat in it, but so are clients. So it just means broader availability to who you can deal with and pander to, kind of thing.
And just to summarize then and finish off, don't quote me on this because the prices do change, but currently for 6 months working with me, it's £126 per month. Dollars, whatever that
dollars.
No, it's £126.
Oh, okay.
What that converts to in dollars, I'm not exactly sure. It depends on the exchange rate.
Yes.
But it's 126 British pounds if you sign up for the 6 months program with me, and I would love that. So you should just message me either comment on the YouTube here or message me at Connor Rhodes Fitness on Instagram, or message the YouTube page if you want. You can get the referral code, or on your intake form you can just put in the form, I would like to work with Coach Connor Rhodes.
Connor Rhodes, the number one.
But it's better if you get the referral code.
Yeah.
Because then it's more shored up. Because I have a thing where I can say whether I want to take on more clients or not, and if somebody writes on the intake form that they want to work with me, but my client acquisition tool is turned off, then they won't get allocated to me. But if they go through the referral code, then it will come to me, and then I'll still accept that client anyway. Okay. So it's better to message me and get the referral code.
You think you near your limit yet of clients?
Yes, I'm already at the limit. But by the time people hear this, things change, because people achieve their goals and programs finish. And if somebody really wants to work with me, to be honest, I'll just do more work. If I'm at my client limit and somebody really wants to work with me specifically, I'm not going to let that client down.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'll just work with you as well. Will I have to do more work than I want to? Yes. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes. I just am.
I can speak to that with you. You are like that.
I'd rather do that than the client be unhappy than want to sign up and work with me and go with somebody else. I mean, the other coach is going to give them a great experience as well. I have absolutely no doubt. There's no possibility that won't be the case. But regardless, I'd rather the client gets what they want. And because I don't have loads of clients, but clients achieve their goals effectively or come to the end of their programs every week. Not many people, but a couple of people per week will either achieve their goal or they'll come to the end of one of their program periods. So there's always opportunities, really.
That's awesome.
Sound good?
I think you nailed it, dude.
Bro.
Every time.
Thanks for this.
I'm glad you got to talk about it. It was good fun.
Thanks for this. So yeah, if any people listening, if you want the best online coaching in the world, you either go to WH Body Architects on Instagram and they sign up to your coaching, don't they? Or you come to Macros Inc. I would recommend no others in the world.
Yeah, and
listen again. I've said this,
difference.
but I know what the other most famous, biggest online fat loss programs are. No is the answer. I know what
it comes down to a case of trusting us, which you may not have any reason to do yet, but stick around and hopefully you get to see that we're not bullshitting.
Yeah, because we do enough episodes and we've been around long enough, we devote our entire lives to this, and so does everybody else at Macros Inc. as well. So, and if they've got questions about Macros Inc. still, good, contact through the website or through the Ask Questions in the Facebook group. You can book a call with somebody, not me, there's specific people that do calls for people who have got questions about the program before they sign up.
Oh, cool.
And stuff like that. Yeah, so you can talk about it. They can talk to you about it.
Yeah.
What if somebody wants to join your coaching, they've got questions, you'll meet them, or you'll video call, or you'll phone call them. Of course you will. Exactly. So ask questions, find out what it's about, find out if it's for you. You'll find out that if you've got health and fitness goals, it absolutely is. All good?
I think so, dude. Well done.
We're sponsored by macrosinc.net. Go there. We're also sponsored by WH Architect on Instagram for your online coaching. We're sponsored by me, Connor Rhodes Fitness. We're sponsored by the Station Gym.
Station Gym, where we're currently located. Thank you very much.
TheStationGym.co.uk. We're sponsored by Marcus Hukin Hair on Instagram.
That we are.
MH, what's his shop called? MH something?
MH Hair. I feel like that's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's hard to say. It says MH on the front of it. It's on Abbeydale Road.
On Abbeydale Road. Who else and what else? FitFix 90, Rebecca Grayson.
I know you want to put
down here
in Rebecca Grayson.
Of course I do. Down here at the Station Gym, another amazing personal trainer.
I don't, because she stole a rep off me the other day.
I know, I told her so. I told her specifically, if you see Will benching more than me, sabotage.
So, weak mindset, Connor.
She's got my back.
You should try benching more.
She's got my back. I did bench yesterday and I was not strong.
Oh no.
We didn't find out how much Marcus can bench on the last episode. And the last episode with your brother was great, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, we've just shot an episode with my twin brother.
They'll know this because by the time this one comes out,
it's true.
Come out,
Yeah.
But yeah, we did, and that was great. Wasn't
It was that we had a fun
It was just
time.
yucking it up with the boys, just chopping it up with the boys.
It was a choppy session. Yeah, it was nice.
So much so that we might have to chop parts out.
Oh god,
We were saying this before we started episode 2. We might have
gets
to.
a little raunchy.
We have to. It's not raunch.
Raunch.
No, there's no raunch.
There's no raunch.
Nothing sexual was said whatsoever.
We had a good time. We had a silly goose time. So
Yeah, it was a great time.
we keep it light.
So thanks for this, bro. Great to see you.
And you.
I'm enjoying doing 2 episodes back to back as well, because obviously the listeners don't get them back to back.
No, we
do
get them
one
done.
and then we restart and then we do another.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it in
And
this
we're fresh.
format. Are you?
Yeah.
Good.
It's the number one thing in my week, dude. And hopefully it is for you too.
Oh,
so.
yeah, that's nice actually. All right, love you, man. Thank you, listeners. Anything else, bro?
No, I'm all good. Take care, people. We shall see you next time.